After 25 years in the fire, service running into burning buildings while everyone else ran out, I thought I'd seen the ugliest sides of people. Fires, yeah, they're brutal, but it's the quiet cruelty, the kind that hides behind a smile and a clipboard, that sneaks up on you. I never expected to find it in a tidy little suburb like Willow Creek. But there I was, staring it down in the form of Linda Grayson, the queen of our HOA, who turned my quiet retirement into a war I never saw coming. I'd moved to Willow Creek after hanging on my gear for Goodney's shot, shoulder wreck from a roof collapse back in '07, and just bone tired of the smoke and the sirens. My son, Jake, said I needed a place to breathe, somewhere to plant roots after all those years of chaos. So I bought this modest ranch-style house at the end of a cul-de-sac. Nothing fancy, just a wraparound porch, a scrappy little garden, and this massive sycamore tree that threw shade over half my yard. That tree was like an old friend, steady and strong, the kind of thing that makes you feel like you're home. Willow Creek seemed perfect at first. Neat lawns, kids on bikes, neighbors who nodded but didn't pry. But it came with an HOA, and I didn't think much of it. Keep the grass trimmed, don't paint the house neon pink, no big deal, right? Then I met Linda. She wasn't just the HOA president. She was the neighborhood's self-appointed sheriff. Linda didn't walk, she strutted, always with her little notebook, her pearl earrings gleaming like she was about to inspect a military base. From the second I moved in, she had me in her sights. Maybe it was because I skipped her welcome brunches or wore flannel instead of golf shirts, but she acted like my existence was a personal insult. 2 weeks in, I found a citation taped to my dormie's zucchini plants were visually disruptive, violating some obscure rule in Section 12C. I laughed, thinking it was a joke. I mean, I'd spent decades pulling people out of burning cars, and now I'm getting fined for growing vegetables? I trimmed the plants, not because I cared, but because I wanted to keep the peace. Big mistake, Linda. Smell blood. It started small. Notes about my mailbox's fading paint, complaints about my hose being improperly coiled. She'd walk her yappy dog, Tinkerbell, past my house every day, snapping pictures like she was building a case for the FBI. I'd catch her staring at my sycamore, muttering about setback violations. Then one day, she showed up with 2 sidekicks, Tom, a guy who treated the HOA bylaws like holy scripture, and Susan, who nodded at Linda's every word like a bobblehead. That tree's a hazard, Linda said, pointing at my sycamore like it had personally offended her. I was kneeling in the dirt, weeding. It's healthy, I shot back, wiping sweat off my brow. Had it checked by an arborist before I bought the place. It's not going anywhere. Her eyes narrowed, and she gave me this smile, all teeth, no warmth. We'll see about that, she said, and I swear it was like the air got heavier, like I could feel the spark of a fire about to catch. Things escalated fast. A neon green notice appeared on my door. Mandatory HOA meeting at Linda's house. It wasn't an invite, it was a summons. I went mostly out of curiosity, maybe a little stubbornness. Her place was like a showroom, white shutters, manicured roses, little patriotic flags lining the path. Inside, 5 board members sat around her dining table, looking like they'd rather be anywhere else. Linda kicked things off with a PowerPoint flashing pictures of my garden, my firewood stack, my non-compliant sycamore. Willow Creek values aesthetic unity, she droned, like she was delivering a TED Talk. I sat there, arms crossed, letting her ramble about my trash being an inch too close to the curb. When she got to the tree, I cut in. That's my land, Linda. I mow it. I pay the drainage fees for it. And the county says it's mine. You want to fight me on this? You'll need more than a slideshow. The room went quiet. She blinked, then smiled that same cold smile. Non-compliance has consequences, Mr. Harper. I walked out, but not before saying, so does overstepping. The fines started rolling in $200 for landscape obstruction, $150 for setback noncompliance. I appealed, got a city inspector to confirm the tree was legally mine, even had a historical society note saying it predated the HOA. Didn't matter. Linda wasn't playing by rules. She was playing for control. Then the contractors showed up, unmarked trucks, guys with chainsaws, one even measuring my tree like he was sizing it for a coffin. I chased him off, started recording everything. Dash cam, trail cams, timestamps. I wasn't paranoid, just prepared. And then, one morning, I came home from a hardware store to find my sycamore marked with a white spray-painted ring, the stake driven into the ground, scheduled for removal. HOA directive. My blood ran hot. I called the city, the cops, even my old buddy Mike, the county fire marshal. "You've got a Linda problem," he said, chuckling. "She's about to learn what happens when you mess with a firefighter." I thought the city's report would shut her down. Nope. Linda doubled down. One dawn, I woke to the rumble of machinery. A skid steer was parked outside, crew in neon vests, Linda directing them like a traffic cop. "Just clearing a hazard," she called out. All fake innocence. I stepped in front of the loader, phone recording. "You're on my property, Linda. Touch that tree, and you're looking at felony vandalism." Her face went red. "You're obstructing justice," she snapped. I laughed. "Justice? This is my yard." The crew backed off. "Smart move," but Linda hissed, "This isn't over." I knew she meant it. 2 weeks later, it happened. I got home from helping at the VFW, and my sycamore was gone, sawed down, sprawled across the road, blocking the whole cul-de-sac. Clean cuts, chainsaw dust, the smell of gas still in the air. And there was Linda, sipping a coffee, smirking from her driveway. "You did this," I said, voice shaking. She shrugged. "It was unsafe. Had to go. Shame it blocked the street." She'd done it on purpose, not just killed my tree, but turned it into a barricade. I called everyone, cops, arborist, Mike, my lawyer. The police called it a civil matter, but Mike was livid. "She's blocked the only way in or out," he said. "No fire truck, no ambulance, nothing's getting through. She better pray nothing catches fire." The tree stayed there for days. No mail, no trash pickup, no ambulances. An old couple down the street, the Morrisons, couldn't get to their heart appointments. Neighbors started whispering, then talking. Linda's newsletter called it a temporary inconvenience. I filed a lawsuit: property destruction, trespassing, endangering public safety. Mike sent a letter to the HOA, warning that the blockage made them liable if anything went wrong. I pinned it to the community board. Linda stopped walking Tinkerbell past my house, but the tree stayed. Then the storm came big, with lightning that lit up the sky like a war zone. Around midnight, I heard sirens. I ran out, rain soaking my boots, and saw fire trucks stuck at the base of the hill, blocked by my sycamore. "Where's the fire?" I yelled. The lieutenant pointed up the street. 114 Willow Creek. Big one. Flames through the roof. My stomach dropped. That was Linda's house. I sprinted up, the smoke thick, the heat like a wall. Her mansion was a bonfire, windows exploding, roof caving. Linda stood in her yard, screaming, "Tinkerbell's inside. Do something." But the trucks couldn't get through. The crew tried a back route, barely passable, and got there too late. The house was gone. A rookie found Tinkerbell under the deck, scared but alive. Linda turned to me, eyes wild. "You did this," she shrieked. I didn't answer. She'd done it to herself. The news hit like wildfire headlines about a blocked road, a burned mansion, an HOA gone rogue. Clips of Linda yelling at firefighters went viral. Neighbors started sharing their own stories. Fines for kids' toys, banned holiday lights, even a family losing pool access over a dirty welcome mat. The HOA meeting after the fire was chaos, every seat taken, people shouting. I stood up, Showed my footage, the city reports, the fake safety form Linda filed. This was never about safety, I said. It was about her ego. The board crumbled. Linda was voted out. I ran for president not because I wanted to, but because someone had to stop this. We dug deeper. Found $90,000 in fake invoices, ghost contractors, padded fees, all approved by Linda and her cronies. The DA got involved in embezzlement, fraud, obstruction charges. Linda's mugshot was on the news, her smug smile gone. We rewrote the bylaws, opened meetings to everyone, banned anonymous complaints, started a garden where my sycamore stood. We planted a new tree, a live oak, small but stubborn. A plaque read, Willow Creek's new roots. Neighbors came to plant, to sit, to heal. Mrs. Morrison, frail but smiling, said, "It's different now." I stepped down as president last month, handed it to someone younger, hungrier. Sitting on my porch, watching that new oak grow, I think about what it cost me, tree, my piece, a year of fighting. But I also think about what we gained, a neighborhood that breathes again, kids playing, flags flying, tomatoes growing without fear. Linda's gone, her house a memory, but her shadow lingers a warning. Power twists people, and silence lets it happen. I learned that in fire, and I learned it here. So what do you think? Was Linda just a bully, or was she a symptom of something bigger? Have you fought your own HOA battles? Drop a comment. Share your story. I am reading. Because one voice, one fight can change everything.